Hey there guys, Anime Core A5 here, welcome back to more Let's Play Tales of Arise. Last time, as you guys recall, we pretty much, we ventured on, made it over to Niez. We fought a mysterious man who was basically trying to kill, Alphen and the group, and yeah, so we made it over here. We met up with a guy who basically said that I guess he defeated, the realm leader or whatever, and asked us to meet him. So that's what we're gonna do today. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on within the gaming world right now, currently. For those who don't know, Niez Sarkeesian, she basically started this whole situation, and why we as gamers are getting stuff censored to death. And as you guys know me already, or for those who are new, I am against censorship because I feel it takes away people's freedom to enjoy seeing some scantily clad women, because there's nothing wrong with seeing it, and there's a difference between real women and fictional. So, anyways, enough of me ranting, let's get on with this.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renans' explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's because you and that little lady are friends and more.
Nice punch.
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Dedyme, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Dedyme, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yes! Dedyme!
Liberator Dedyme! You are the true leader of this realm!
We're not afraid of any bright eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last
Let's go.
bright eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings!
The Dark Wings rule!
This is why I hate society.
Hey, wait up. Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Dedyme said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Dedyme mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Dedyme.
This isn't Dedyme's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
Alright. So, from what you all saw from that cutscene is that there is a whole dispute regarding with the Renans and the Danans. My point of view, and the way how I view it as, the Renans aren't as quite as evil as people would believe, okay? Think of, like, okay, to me, honestly, out of this real world, because a lot of people have, like, there's, if we look in the political industry realm, you have two sides. You have the Republicans and the Democrats. I don't view as the Republicans as a people who just want to torment reality and want to do stuff. That kind of thinking is just stupid thinking. Each person has their own way of how they look at the world. Everyone is different in their own way. Like Donald Trump, for example. Some people call him the Orange Man, however, the Democrats don't actually approve of him. Why? Because they think he's an asshole. They think he's not well worthy for the throne. They don't think he's really capable, and all he is after is just money. But that's just how he thinks. Does that make him a really, really evil person? No. But everybody has their own flaws in something. I mean, to me, honestly, when I look at all sorts of different cultures, like the Japanese, the Mexicans,
I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us.
And everything, I honestly, I don't care. I mean, I will be friends with any culture of person, no matter if it's Japanese, Korean, whatever. I will be friends with anybody. Anybody who's just, who's really nice, who's kind and such, that's all that matters. I don't have a problem or an issue with anybody. Sure, when it comes to like a gaming argument with a PlayStation fanboy and Xbox fanboy, that's where I kind of toe the line. But other than that, I don't have any grief with traditional people in general, because everyone's different. Doesn't make you a bad person. However, the Renans think of the Danans as, the Danans look at Renans as bad blood and such, but I don't see it that way. Renans are just normal everyday people, and they're just different from Danans. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's just my viewpoints on it. But I'm sure you guys have your own viewpoints on that as well. Alright. Enough dilly-dallying, let's listen to this cutscene.
I get the feeling Dedyme signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a rooster rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Dedyme might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. That's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I mean, he's got a point. But yeah, and when I look at censorship, it's not right to censor games and movies and such, just to please like one crowd that doesn't actually play that particular game. Like, everything should not be about diversity and inclusion. I am totally against DEI. I am not okay with that. Everything should be like exclusive. And if people want to, want to be part of the gaming industry, what they have to do is learn to accept the things that come with it. Fan service is not a terrible thing, and it's not a crime. Women love looking at each other, even if it's in video games. Women love, comparing their boobs to other people. Women love comparing asses to other women. That's just the way it is, and men like it. I mean, hell, I love boobs. I love looking at female asses. That's just part of man culture. And women like that too. It's not a bad thing at all. And sure, okay, if you don't like censorship, that's understandable. You don't have to like the same thing as I do. It's not a crime at all. But Niez Sarkeesian, she is one person you should never get in bed with, and devs are paying the price for what they've done. And they wonder why no one's buying their games or anything like that. You should look at PlayStation. That's what's going on. I don't like the way Jim Ryan is running things, but do I have a major grief with him? Do I want to pulverize him? No.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Shut it.
Hopefully it's nothing...
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Dedyme managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, Ultimately, it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Dedyme, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently, top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Dedyme and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dedyme. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dedyme.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
Alright. Let's see, where to go?
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
Let's see. Where am I supposed to go now? I don't even know where I'm going. But yeah, those are just my viewpoints. Feel free to share your opinions.
A little compassion can make all the
And
difference.
even if I don't agree with them,
I propose
I
we
can
speak together.
at least accept them, compared to how I was like a few years ago, where I was just basically being a jackass and a jerk.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
Alright. So many cutscenes, so little time. But yeah, some of these environments in this game are really kind of interesting and unique in a way. And I actually do appreciate it. I mean, it's funny, my mother does not appreciate art as much as I do. I mean, she likes mosaics, but she's not really interested in anime or video game art or anything like that. Mostly because she's so close. Well, I hate to sound bad about my mother, but she's really a close-minded person. But I'm sure some mothers are like that too, honestly. I don't know if I am. I feel like I'm going backwards. Backwards in time. Wait. Yeah, oh wait a minute, I already went this way. I knew it. I was not going the right way. Yeah. Because remember, this was where I fought the mystery guy in the last episode. I totally made that mistake. But in my opinion, I think censorship will end in about... Give it about a couple years, probably. A year or two. Once, of course, developers start realizing that they're losing constant money.
Whew. I don't sense any more enemies.
I wonder if something happened.
Ah. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, that's where I need to go. Thought I was going the right way, but apparently I wasn't. Now I'm actually going the right way.
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little compassion can make all the difference. I propose we speak to them.
Not this way, I guess.
Oh, wait a second. It's probably this way. Alright, well...
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help.
That's the thing I hate about this game, is it always tells you to take on a request, but honestly I don't care. Alright, I might as well just try and buy some weapons. Oh, actually this is...
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
Flare Claw, no. Oh yeah, I also forgot about that. I still have Jack and Dexter that I haven't actually completed, but I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna like probably give myself a pass on that actually, considering I've already tried like I don't know. I feel like I don't really like want to continue it.
I'd like to check their wares if you don't mind.
Unfortunately.
That Dedyme creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Dedyme and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Renwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Dedyme just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little, if you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
He truly cares about her.
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little compassion can make all the difference. I propose we speak to them.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Poodle, don't get blown away, okay?
I actually don't like wind as much. Like, especially, like, you know, if there's like a gigantic storm, it's not that, god. I mean, like, especially like if it's raining really hard. My god. It's horrible.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
God. Hold on, give me a second, guys.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Indeed. Alright.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Now that I kind of think about it, I do want to actually own a cat, but the problem is they can be a little bit hard to deal with because, well, you know, you have to take care of them, you have to give them love, you also have to, you know, if anything terrible happens, you have to clean up after them, and it can be somewhat of a challenge, but cats are still adorable. I actually once had I think it was either like last night or the night before, where like some sort of cat like literally was going to kill me. And I don't know why, but cats are still adorable.
I feel
Considering I'm a
stronger.
cat person.
I mean, a bit.
Good.
I know like a lot of, I feel like there's more people who are preferred
Well,
dogs or
I'll do my
cats,
best.
but honestly, cats are a lot more adorable and cuddly. Plus, you don't really, I mean, cats don't offer you like a lot of attentions like dogs do. Plus, you don't have to worry about, taking them out all the time, and cats are really independent compared to dogs,
I
honestly.
have a bad feeling about
Just my opinion. I know other people would pretty much side against that. Like, some people would say, oh, well, I'm allergic to cats, so I can't actually have a cat in the first place. But I remember, I think my father or my mother once told me that, like, to get used to being a cat is, like, to get used to, like, to not being allergic to cats is, like, you literally, have to own one in order to, I think, if you were raised, like, with cats your whole entire life, you're not really actually allergic to them.
If you're ever in a pinch, just say the word.
your power.
And besides, I prefer cats anyways.
I'm not trying to be dramatic with it.
Cats are so adorable.
It's a part of me.
I mean, actually, and a lot of cats actually have their own, like, little personalities. I mean, like, I know it's, like, the same way with dogs, but I just find cats are just... I feel like cats need a lot more attention than
The
dogs.
heavens must be smiling.
Cats are just adorable.
Somehow,
They're so cute.
things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Plus, they make
it's all
great,
ruined.
great
Houses and
memes,
everything
too.
else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Alright, I think I'm almost about to hit my 4-minute mark, so I think I'll go a little
I think the
more.
animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
I guess we can go check.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
So don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Well, that is Kisara for you. Let's see. Let's see. Alright, I'll take care of this real quickly.
You finally made it.
Look at all our animals. Aren't they adorable?
I can't believe we actually raised this.
Yeah. Well. We got chickens, we got cats. Ooh, what's this?
You better not come back. Got it?
That reminds me, in Skyrim, one of my characters that I have actually has like a little like spider-like tarantula, and it actually follows you everywhere. It's actually pretty cool. I forget where I found it. It was like one of the mountain areas. I forget. It was somewhere in Tamriel. I don't remember which part of the area, but it's really cool. I love Skyrim. Even though granted there's no story, but you can. I mean, it's made to be a free realm, free type of open world game, and you can do whatever you want. That game really lived out its usefulness. Too bad. I mean, I know that there's some people that probably still play it, but also there are some gamers out there that still play Elder Scrolls Online. All right. I'm going to head back. Oh, come on. Oh. Yeah. Where was the campfire I was just at? Oh, right, it was over here.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
We already just visited them, Law. No need to mention that anymore. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and call it a video, so thank you guys so much for watching this wonderful Let's Play for Tales of Rise. Next episode, we will venture on through the lava something or other forest and find the Lord, who actually may be a witch. Possibly. And then we're about I think 1/5 or 1/2 portion of nearing the end of the game. So I hope you guys are actually enjoying this Let's Play. It's a lot of fun. I mean, this game, of course, but honestly, I like Berseria just because the execution of gameplay, of the actual fight mechanic, is actually fun. But other than that, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to share your comments in the comment section down below. Give this video, give this episode a like if you liked it. Of course, I already just a comment down below. Anyways, if you want to help support my channel, definitely click the subscribe button and bell icon with all notifications enabled, so that way you get notified whenever my video goes up. So that's a thing, or actually is a thing still. And yeah, follow me on social media. I now have Instagram, so I will be posting mostly Let's Plays on Instagram, just clips of it. So if you guys want to follow me over on Instagram, and you won't, and for some reason you don't get notified on there, the clip, a portion of the clip will actually be on Instagram. So check that out there. You can also follow me on Twitter if you want. You can also follow me on Facebook and all sorts. Yeah, and I do hope you guys do enjoy my content as well. I also do gaming anime rants, which I just made one I think 2 days ago, with going over the whole Final Fantasy XIV coming over to Xbox. It's doing pretty well in terms of viewership and all that goodness. All right. So yeah, and as I said in my update, once this LP is done, I'll go back. I know I'm like super behind. I'm only like in the beginning of Scarlet Nexus, but I will do as much as I can to keep making awesome content like that. And then after that, hopefully I can start the Sonic Adventures Director's Cut, because I mean, it's a short game. Each character has about 5 or 6 episodes in total. So there you go. And then after that, I will figure out what my next play will be after that. All right. So with all that, thank you guys so much for watching. This is AnimeCore85, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.